Last year, April 19th, 2023, I made one of the hardest decisions of my life. That hard decision was to resign and quit my social media and never look back. I had many thoughts flooding through my head of what could go wrong, and saying things such as, what if my friends forget about me? I need to stay in touch with my friends so I can send them memes and other drama that's going on online. But just after a few doses of common sense and self-respect hit me, I uninstalled the apps from my phone, never to return, and it changed my life forever. Now I'm just gonna tell you off rip, if you're still a person that's using social media constantly, then there's a likely chance you're probably using it to escape some type of problem in your life. And most of the time, they don't even have to be severe problems, although most of them do trace back to having poor mental health and avoiding something, whether it be your schoolwork, job work, real life personal problems, or something that has to do with avoiding something. So in order to get away from the discomfort you're feeling from these problems you're having, you use social media to combat and run away from that reality. And oftentimes it would get so bad to the point to where that one thing that would be your salvation from whatever discomforting thing you were going through has now become more of a hindrance to your life. But even though some people know that this is negatively impacting their lives, they come up with all these justifications, all these excuses to keep reinforcing this behavior. And god damn, do you guys see my chest? Oh my god. I should be focused on the video, but damn. Ugh. Okay, I'm done flexing. Let me get serious. And here's the thing, somewhere in the back of your mind, you know that if you were to remove that thing, your life would improve significantly more. And I'm not making this video to tell you to delete social media or tell you to uninstall the apps. I'm just making this to make you more aware that you're not necessarily missing out on anything at all. Because nothing really changes your life when you're just living vicariously through a pixelated screen, watching other people live their lives, showing you how lit their lives are. But when you really reflect and zoom out and gain some type of perspective, you realize those things aren't really adding any type of value to your lives. Because as soon as you get that dopamine spike from it, guess what? You experience a dip shortly after. And it's no different from instant gratification where you'll eat that junk food that tastes so good, so scrumdiddlicious, so tasty. But then afterwards, after you get that high, then you feel like shit. Then you realize how much you wasted time and you didn't move the needle anywhere near your goals or tackle any problems in your lives just because you want to waste time on social media and not confront whatever it is you're avoiding. That's probably not even going to take that long to begin with to confront. And why I say it's insane is because you're basically shooting yourself in the foot by doing that. And by doing that, that's steering you further away from your dream reality. So I gotta let you know that a level of awareness is needed. Now, what I predict is going to happen after you subscribe and feel motivated after watching this video is the fact that you're probably going to go ahead and uninstall the apps or delete it and be like, yeah, man, I don't need this app, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm gonna delete that shit. Yeah, who's with me? Yeah! I don't need social media. Fuck yeah. Here's the problem with that. Like, yeah, it's noble that you have the thought of doing that, but here's the thing. Most of the people who tend to do that do it for external validation from either from themselves or from someone else. And usually it derives from someone else, right? And that's not gonna help you out in the long run. Like with me uninstalling social media or just getting off of it for an entire year, like bro, I didn't even know it was an entire year I was off of it until I got like a notification from a friend that sent me like an old snap from a year ago. I was like, oh shit, I've really been on for that long? Now granted, I did go on from time to time just to like say happy birthday or text certain people to make sure they got my number and stuff. But for the most part, when I realized I was off for a year, I wasn't even that surprised because at that point, I didn't really care, right? I was like, oh, it's not on my phone. It's not even existent. Why do I care about Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook? I don't know who still uses Facebook. I recently logged back on, but ain't shit on there either. But you only get to the point of deleting the apps or not wanting it on your phone when you genuinely don't give a f. Like you don't have any desire to have it on your phone because you have no use for it. Or like, let's say it this way. Like imagine you use up so much iPhone storage and you have a few useless apps that just stay there that you don't even use or don't even recognize or wonder why it's even there in the first place. That's the same way I looked at social media. Like most of these social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat especially, like, bro, I remember someone, it was a while ago, someone sent me a Snapchat streak in 2024, which is crazy. I don't like, why are you still sending Snapchat streaks? How old are you? Anyways, but you can only do that like once you don't give a fuck and realize that nothing's gonna ever happen or change. And bro, or sis, any girls are watching, the interesting thing I noticed when I log back into Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook is that people are still gonna keep doing the same things, posting the same repeated stuff as they usually do, whether it be memes, quotes, certain things that's happening in their lives, which is kind of stupid. I think they should monetize it, but I digress. And not just that, your friends will always still be on there. right? If you have this limiting belief like, oh, but my friends are on there, I need to stay in touch with them. Well, first off, if they're really your friends, they should have your number, right? And you shouldn't have to be on this app in order to keep in touch with certain people. If that's the case, they're not your friends. All in all, you're not really missing out on anything really. And the weird paradox of this whole thing is that social media was supposed to bring us together, but what happened is it's actually like further us all apart, making us feel lonely. Hence a reason why they keep playing on your fear of missing out, which I get and understand, which is the reason why we tend to not want to leave social media most of the time. But I will say this, it is your responsibility to figure out what your priorities are. Nobody ever grows from avoiding problems in their lives. And a good quote I literally found online not too long ago was from Tony Robinson, and basically what he said is this: every problem is a gift. Without problems, we would not grow. So the thing that you're probably avoiding right now is crucial to your life and your development. Because problems in itself is what makes life more meaningful, worth living, and figuring out how to solve those problems and push past it is what makes life fulfilling. Not scrolling on social media to avoid the problem. So see problems as more of like an opportunity in your life than something that should be avoided. And I want to let you know that this sets you apart from most, because most people live on social media anyways. It's the same old thing every day, nothing changes. It's like, the way I like to look at it is like someone who stayed at a dead-end 9-to-5 job that they hate, but yet they stay there for years and years on end. When you ask them, they've been there for like 10 plus years. You're like, damn, you've been doing the same mundane stuff for 10 plus years? Now granted, if you're okay with it, no, fine, but I highly doubt it. But vice versa, it's basically the same shit as people who just post on social media for the hell of it and don't do anything to change their lives, and they just settle to stay on there. So I wouldn't recommend you do that. I wish someone would have told me earlier that I was wasting time on it. I kind of had to like knock some sense into myself. So just realize you're not missing out on anything. Social media is not going anywhere. Focus on what really matters, and just see your mindless use of social media as a poison that takes you away from what really matters in your life, aka your goals, whatever they may be. That brings me to the end of this video. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a friend who needs to hear or see this. I'm gonna see you guys. Peace.